All right. Happy Tuesday, everyone. Let me pull up a couple of chat windows. All right. Hey, Rick, good to see you. Rick is back. Rick, I hope you had an awesome day yesterday. We missed you on the stream, but we're so glad you're here. Good to see you, Doug. Rick is an all-access member, and good to see you, Doug, who's a YouTube member, and Vance. Good to see you, Vance. Oh, more piano, less track? Okay. That is good to know. Let's just check on the volume of that. I feel like the police are going to get after me for that. All right, let's see. Let's turn that down a little bit. Oh, wait, you know what it is? It's my keyboard. All right. I've got to I'm always doing these different projects that require different volumes for different things. Let's try that again. So we're going to go let me know if it's good now. That might be good. All right, stopping. All right, let me check that. Let me say hello to everybody. All right, good to see you. Welcome to a Chord Academy lesson, and I'm inviting our YouTube channel as well as our memberships, all of you. All right, so we're good now. All right, good to see you again. Good to see you. We have Rick on first today, Doug, Vance, Vicky, good to see you, and good to see you, Hugh. Always can count on Hugh to show up. Awesome, guys. Okay, so now what we're going to do is, you guys, we've been working on this shapes course as of yesterday, and even though this is Chord Academy, which we focus on all of our voicings and everything, right now what I always like to do is to give you things to go in the right hand, right? You have these ideas, or you have your F blues voicing. We've been doing our F blues, and 2 and 3 and 4, and index up and then down, and 2 and 3 into diminished 2, 3 and 4, F13 to D7, sharp 9. You can go G13. So we're getting our voicings down. We go 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. But I want you to have things that you can play in your right hand as well. And so part of the process of building up a vocabulary, something you can use really in any key. Once you get these little patterns down in these shapes, you can use them in any key. That's the great thing, right? You can show up anywhere, and if somebody says, all right, Vance, let's play a G blues, and you're like, okay, I got this G6 lick that we learned, right? Or the first 5 notes of the G blues scale, and you can go down 3 half steps and play the E minor blues scale over that, right? And if you understand that, got it, that we're taking little shapes, little ideas to build some serious confidence and success. And I also have an etude. So inside our Chord Academy folder for this week, I put a little simple, it's not really a simple etude, but it's something to really get those right hand fingers going. So it's like this. But you use it with the track. So we'll do that toward the end of the lesson, and I'll show you guys. The sheet music is already in there, so Chord Academy, have fun with all of that. Let's see. I'm going to put the Chord Academy folder in there just because you guys we know we're Tuesday and Friday for that. Okay, so let's dig in and let's turn on. All right, Richard, good to see you. Awesome. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and turn on the track, and let's just start simple. And first, we'll pull up the shapes course again. Let's do that. 1 6. 1 second. 1 6. All right, so you know how these courses work. Some of you are new to our academies and even the way I do courses, but you click on anything you want to go to. All you have to do is it'll take you right there. Yesterday we were working on our triads, like whatever key we're in, and how triads, how awesome they are and connect to each other. And we're in the key of F, but we're going to go simple. We're going to start off. Let's go to our shapes course, and let me scroll down here. You have your 5-finger patterns. Remember that in key of F, and first 5 notes of that blues scale is going to work fantastic. Okay, let's do the second one down. Let's do this idea. Remember that whatever key you're on, you can literally put your middle finger, because your thumb's going to hover over that 5th of the key. Your index finger is going to hover over the 7th, the root and the minor 3rd, right? All those are going to work. It's going to sound fantastic. You don't have to play a lot of notes to sound great. In fact, we don't need to do a lot of notes, right? So we have our thumb, our middle finger on F, 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4. Now even that, I went from this trick right here, this top half of the blues scale, to the 5 notes. Right, and that's the shape I want you guys to just destroy. See how I went back into that one? Now maybe put it with your left hand, Boise. Index up. How about the blues scale coming down? And I just did minor 3rd to major 3rd, and I can do it again. Okay, now let's take a break from that just for a second, and let me make sure I have the right window pulled up. Okay, I think so. All right, let me check the chat. In just a minute, we'll keep talking about some fun things. Okay, so you guys good so far? Everybody enjoying this? We have several people watching today, and what we're doing is we're building confidence with some simple ideas that you need to really pretty much put in all keys, and I'm trying to give you things that'll help. Take the first 5 notes of the F blues scale and try to learn that in all keys. You can go both hands at the same time, like a little Oscar Peterson kind of thing, to do something like that. And whatever key you're in, same thing. Just the blues scale. But you don't need all the fancy work, all the fast things. Just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And that gives you all kinds of things. Now I'm in the key of C, and I'll go. Right? Just going up and down there. So we took the F blues scale, and we said we can do the top half of the blues scale by putting our middle finger on. So we have this. Right? And then we can come down, or okay, so we know that we have that F blues scale that we went over yesterday, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then we go 3, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2, 1. I think that is a nice fingering to do for F. 4, 3, 2, 1, 3, 2, 1. And notice that sometimes I was playing it like B-da-da-da-da-da. I could actually start it on the and 1. Or I can do. So you can change the rhythm up. have fun and kind of experiment with that. Okay, the next thing I want to transition into is we know that we just said we have the top half of the blues scale. We also want to get that D minor blues scale in there. And if you think of whatever key we're in the key of F, and you go down 3 half steps, I want you to spend a little time with the D minor blues scale. Right, that's going to sound great. And also just D minor, we can go D minor triad. Right? Let's turn on the track and just kind of experiment with just the D minor blues scale and see how that feels. 1, 2, and 3. 2 and 1. I like that. That time I did minor triad. Let's do that again. Here we go. Okay, so right now, I'm just taking those blues scale ideas and thinking about rhythm. I'm not even hardly thinking about notes. Because when I get to that B flat, I need to be on that A flat, right? That's kind of important. All right, so let me check the chat, see if you guys are enjoying this, having fun. Awesome. Okay, very good. Let me make sure I'm caught up. I don't think I'm caught up on the chat. Okay. So far we've done this morning. We have our voicing we've been working on. You have your F blues scale, right? And I showed you the fingering for that. And you have your D minor. Like, I would love for you guys to get this 4-note pattern for the D minor blues scale and practice your voicings. Right? But any notes in any order pretty much is going to work for that. And the next thing is just use whatever creativity you have in your mind, whatever you're thinking, and start to connect your voice. I would encourage you to do it out loud as well. Okay, let's do another one. You guys ready for another idea to go with this? Let's just keep going down the list. Now, yesterday we stopped at one of these where you take the F7. We did this and showed you how to fit that over a jazz blues. But this, what a nice thing to get that going. Kind of Ray Charles-ish, right? You do F, A, C, E flat. So whatever your regular dominant 7 is, F, A, C, E flat, 1, 3, 5, flat 7 on the major scale. Have your index finger go up by a whole step, and now you're perfectly set up for this triplet lick. 1, and then 2, and then 3, and then 4, and and as I demonstrated yesterday, you could just go halfway up and down. You can go. So then we want to turn on the track, and this is a moderately, it's kind of a slower track, so we should be able to do this no problem. So we go. I could go. I went back to that D minor. D minor. All right, let's stop the track and just check in you guys and just see how everybody is feeling this morning. All right, how are we doing? We have 10 people watching. Now, I want to explain this idea of why did this lick right here make it in the shapes course? And let me just pull up this just so you guys so you can see it as well. It's sort of toward the end of the shapes course. Right here. So the reason this made it into the shape course, now this is written out in C. All of these are written out in C to kind of help you learn how to transpose all this and feel really comfortable with it. If I play a C7, 1, 3, 5, flat 7 of the C major scale, and I put my index finger up a whole step, I'm perfectly set up for that lick, right? So the reason this made it into the shapes course is I'm thinking of this as a shape. This C7, basic C7 chord. And then by just taking your index finger and going up a whole step, you get in this beautiful shape that gets you into this triplet lick, but it goes from the 1 chord to the 4 chord and then minor third to major third, so you end on the triad. That's why this made it into the shapes course. And what I'm doing is I'm practicing going back up, and notice that I hold that top note a little bit. That's what's a part of this technique right here. We go 1 and then 2 and 3 and notice when I go in since we're in the key of F and I go, I'm on the B flat, which is the 4 chord of F, and then I go minor third to major third. When I go to that B flat, I need to be on the A flat. I need to be on that note because this would sound weird, right? So I practice going up and down with this on this one particular lick. I'm either going to the major third, or I'm going to the minor third to get that B flat, flat 7 there, okay? And it's really fun to go back and forth between playing chordal licks in our blues playing as well as our single notes. So sometimes I was doing, and I go to B flat, okay, what else, guys? You ready for another lick? Let's check the chat. All right, let's do it then. Let's do it. Perfect. Let's do. We had the triplet lick, which is just such a nice, easy way to get into your blues, especially if you are a beginner. It doesn't really matter at any level. This idea of is a nice thing to get. It'll work your fingers. It's a nice thing to get into your playing. 2, 3, 5. So minor third to major third. And then you can end on the triad if you want. So you stay in sort of that triad shape there. So any key that you're in, it'll be the same thing. But on certain notes, you have to hammer on, right? That's a good one to do. But let's actually focus on the one yesterday. Now, that's a nice one, too. That's a nice thing to get in your playing as well. The fingering's written out is 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. And there's one other fingering that you have to know for all keys. But let's dig into this idea for a minute. And then we're going to close with our F Jazz Etude for our Chord Academy. And I have it written out, and I'll show you in just a second. All right, notice what I'm doing right here. The octave, which is a awesome thing to do. You have C up to C, and I can practice the C6 lick, which actually is a part of our shapes course, right? Getting that minor third to major third and getting this slide down. We're in the key of F. I want you guys to get that slide to where it feels really good. So I go. Right? But kind of like a Red Garland sound when you do that. But everyone, please understand that shapes like this that fit under the octave, And the reason this made it into the shapes course is because you have this little technique of getting that slide that fits right in the octave. So I'm in the key of G, it's the same exact thing. When I'm in the key of B flat, it's the same exact motion. When I'm in E flat, same exact motion. F, when I'm in E flat. But when you're in a key like A, you have to hammer on your minor third to major third. So you can play this in all 12 keys, but you have to know there are two different fingerings. There's a slide key or there's a hammer on. 1, 2, 3. Minor third to major third, and 4, 5, and then you put then you have your hand spread out for the octave after that. So as you go through this, and this is not a teaching moment. This is too fast to talk about it as a teaching moment. But I want to show you guys why the C6 lick made it into the course. Let me go to that really quickly, and then I'll skip back down. But the reason this one made it into the shapes course is because it fits right under the hand, right? So we have this, and then you go up a half step is 1, 2, 3, 5. D is the same thing, 1, 2, 3, 5. E flat's a slide. E is 1, 2, 3, 5. So you're hammering on that major third. F sharp is a hammer on. G is a slide. A flat is a hammer on. A is a hammer on. B flat's a slide, and B is a hammer on. So I'm always say that you can play all of anything in every key with usually 2 or 3 fingerings, okay? That's not a teaching moment, but I want to make sure that everybody knows as you're learning these and you get to a key that you're not familiar with, like A, and you're thinking, I can't slide onto that C sharp. The reason is because you have to use a different fingering, and so that's why I wanted to make sure you guys know that. Okay, so let's dig in to the last thing and then the etude. We're going to go to about 8:35 or 37 today. So we're going to hang in there and maybe go a few extra minutes. This is a Chord Academy lesson. So it's our Chord Academy membership. We have amazing people a part of that, and all of my All Access members are members of everything. So we have a really good group, and then we have an amazing YouTube community, and now we have a YouTube membership, which we still have 10 amazing members of that, and I'm always looking for the next person. A lot of my Chord Academy members and my All Access people have, just because they're nice, they join the YouTube channel as well. So I'm looking for the next person to hit join, and you can get in there and see all the PDFs, all the courses that are in there. It's amazing, and I promise you'll be excited because there are tons of member-only videos, tons of them. Okay, here we go. Let's go down to this really cool concept. I remember coming up with this idea several years ago, but I still use this all the time, and it made it into the shapes course. And this idea of within the octave, speaking of within the octave, you're using your ear training by thinking about this concept. Octave, flat 7, 6, flat 6, and then you get back into shape 1, right, which is the first 5 notes of blues scale. So I have this kind of sound. And I could even, as an exercise, use that over the whole thing if I want to. And that is not the etude for the day, but I want to at least show you that. So you have this idea. I'm getting my ear training going. Flat 7, 6, flat 6, blues scale. Notice how I changed up the timing just then, because I want you to experiment. I want you to learn it, but also just have fun, right? Make a lot of mistakes, have fun with it. Yeah. Vance says, iMusicAcademy has 1,065 videos. Isn't that crazy to think about? 1,065 videos. Okay. That's pretty funny. That's the quote of the day, Vance. Okay, now, hey, really quickly, before we go to the etude, we're ending with the etude today, and when the next person joins our YouTube channel, we're going to do what we always do. We celebrate that. And I promise you, you'll be a happy person. What is it? I mean, it costs you a cup of coffee a month at Starbucks to join our lowest tier. A cup of coffee. And so I'm not begging anybody. I'm just telling somebody, if you want to take your playing to the next level and you want the easiest way to get into iMusicAcademy, hit that join button and join us. Nobody has left who has signed up. Just a fun little fact. Okay, here we go. This idea, Vance, I want you guys to know within the octave. I want you to practice. Octave, flat 7, 6, flat 6. So pick any key. Somebody yell out a key. Let's do a quick real-time practice to show you what I'm talking about. Somebody give me a key. And then we'll do the etude. I want to show you how you can really get some fun work in. And to me, this is a great thing to not only get your span of the octave going, but you're really working those fingers. Okay, so Vicky says A. So if we're in the key of A, where you're doing a blues, I'm going to get the octave. Okay, all right. So let's do this real time. So here, and I go flat 7. So down the G, 6, flat 6, and then I get into the A blues scale. Right? What a great way to ear train right there. So I go boom. All right, Rick says G. There's my octave, there's my flat 7, there's my 6, there's my flat 6, and then I get into the G, first 5 notes of the blues scale. All right, that's a fun thing to do. All right, let's work on the etude really quickly. This is in the Chord Academy folder, and what we're going to do is, let me see. I'm going to put this etude in the YouTube membership as well. So have no fear. It's coming your way. I'll just put it in a different, I have to put it into the YouTube folder. Okay. So stand by for that. But let's go ahead and just do this. So, all right. So the etude is simply this. If you take your third of F, 5th, flat 7, and up to the 9th. Getting into your playing, the idea of the 9th is a really nice thing to get into your playing. Like you hear me do, if I did D minor, I did this, or this, like an F major 7. Getting that ninths, those ninths are really cool. Even on F, that's the little exercise. So 3, 5, flat 7, 9, and we're gonna go 6, 5. And you could technically take that all around the keys. And this is just a simple etude to get your fingers going. So you're going to go B flat, do the same thing, and then we're doing it again. And right here, we're going to go C minor, straight up arpeggio, C minor 7, and an F7. And then we're going to jump back down, and we're going to do diminish. So right there, we're doing D, F, A flat, and we're going to go to that B natural. And back here, and then we're going to go dominant on the 6th chord. We're going to go major, and then we're going to do our turnaround, which is like this. Or you can go up at the top. You go. And then it starts over again. All right, you guys ready? We're going to turn on the track and have fun with that. All right, so here's the first thing. We're going to go. This is the work the fingers. And then the turnaround. I just walked it down because we can. there, 1 second. Let me stop that. I want to show you a couple little additions you can do for that. So you take this idea, and again, you're getting the shape down in the sound of the ninth, right? And you can just walk it down. I'm here at F, and I go F, and I could go E, E flat, right? And then D, same thing. And then G. There are all kinds of variations you can do once you get it. And all you're doing is taking a shape. It's a really good shape to even practice with both hands. It's a little bit more on the advanced side for what I wanted to do today, but this is actually a reminder that's a Chord Academy lesson. And what I'm wanting you guys to do is really to practice those left-hand voicings while you're doing these exercises to help work on the fingers. And this might take you a little while to get, right? Yeah. So, do I need to take that one out of the folder? I tell you what, I'll leave it in the folder, but let's do this. How about this? Well, let's do this. I got a backup plan. The backup plan is this right here that you guys love. So let's do that. We'll end with that. All right, here we go. All right, how about that? Let me expand the window so you make sure you guys can see it. All right, we'll do that again. And the voicings are, of course, written out with that. So the first is 5/6. Pentatonic. And 2 and 3. And 2 and 3. Right here. Here's the way we'll end this. The end of this song where it goes. It's such a neat way to turn around the blues scale. So the end goes 5th up to the flat 7, and then blues scale. Then you're gonna put your thumb under 1 3 1. So the way I would practice that is, no matter what you do any kind of blues thing you want. At the very end, go boom, da, da, right here. All right, I'm gonna check the chat, but that's what we're gonna practice, and that's what we're gonna end with. Here we go. Yeah. So you can just do D minor if you want. Here we go. And 2 and 3. All right, let's stop that. We're going to say our goodbyes for today. What a fun lesson. You guys make it so much fun. All right, have you had a good day today? Have you enjoyed the lesson? That's what I want to know. And do you feel encouraged? Take a simple idea and whatever it is, maybe it's D minor blues scale, maybe it's the whole blues scale that we went over, maybe it's this lick. Maybe you want to take that lick and put in some different keys, right? Maybe it's just a 5-note blues scale. Maybe it's this. Maybe it's this. Or maybe it's this. And have fun with it. Spend a lot of time with that one idea. And notice, hey, Rick, notice that when I went through the end of my improvisation, I went, and I just stayed there. Right? Have fun with it. Okay, awesome. I'm glad that you feel encouraged, and I'm glad I got the the funniest things for me today were Vance telling me, showing me. It says a lot that he put that I have 1,046 videos on YouTube. 1,046, and that's not even my courses. And that's not even all the private things that we have too as well. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm going to say goodbye to you guys today. And as a reminder, we have our All Access group on Thursday. We have Chord Academy again on Friday. And I'm waiting for that next person to join us. I'm telling you, for a Starbucks cup of coffee a month, I think it's worth it. All right, here we go. The goal, by the way, just so we know and we're clear, my hope is to take I've been doing iMusicAcademy for many years now, and I do create courses and resources and everything. My hope is to really expand our community and get a bunch of people who want to practice. It doesn't matter your age or your stage in music. I have some younger jazz prodigies that hang out at iMusicAcademy, and a bunch of awesome, amazing retired folks. And I absolutely love, no matter your level, your ability, you are welcome here, and we love to have you. So if you're thinking about doing it, I want somebody to take me up on what I'm saying. Join the lowest tier is the best way to get involved in what we're doing. And you can just see if you like it. If you like getting all these PDFs, if you like these courses, if you like getting in the community, I think you'll enjoy it. And if you join and you say, oh, this is horrible, I can't believe I joined this for $5.99, I will send you $5.99. I'll send you your money back if you feel it's a horrible thing. So don't, that's an honest promise, of course. But don't join unless you really want to get better and enjoy being a part of a community. And I promise you, if you join, even at the lowest tier, you will feel very welcome at iMusicAcademy. Okay? Have a great day. I'll see you the next one. Rick, good to see you. Doug, good to see you. Vance, good to see you. Vicky, Hugh, all of our members, all of our YouTube members are in here hanging out. I love it. Awesome. All right, Hugh. See you on the next one. Love having Hugh interacting in the chat. Oh, also you get a cool little star by your name if you join. That's probably the coolest thing ever out there. All right, have a great day. I'll see you in the next one. This next week, on Thursday, we're going to put all these blues resources. We're going to go over our voicings. This is for my All Access group. It's going to be a lot of fun. So see